Hello everyone, this is me and I'm back again, and in this video I am standing outside of York Minster. That is because when I was back in England to see my folks, I decided to take the train to the city of York in northern England for a day out. Now York is one of the most famous cities in Yorkshire, and this York Minster, what you're looking at now, is one of the most famous attractions in the whole city. This is the reason a lot of people come to York, one of the main attractions. So, I was stood outside the Minster and I was debating with myself whether I should or I should not go inside. And that is because I have been inside the Minster before I started YouTube, but I haven't seen York's other attractions. So I was having a small debate with myself, should I or should I not? In the end, I decided I should not, and I would prefer to go and see some other attractions in York. So let's get into this video right now and see what it's like. Alright, now I've just got to a place called the Shambles in York, and this place is famous for its 14th century buildings. They had like timber buildings, and they have the overhanging bit that they used to have in England during that time period, where they would hang out the window and throw all of their toilet out the window into the street. It's disgusting, but I believe that's what they were used for, I'm sure. And like I remember at school they told us during this time period that the buildings are so close together that people could hang from one window to the window across the street and reach each other and pass each other things and that, so watch out for that. And another interesting thing is this, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I know this is where they had the Harry Potter Wizard World with the shops and that. This is the street they used for that. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, you may recognise the street because it's when Potter went to the Wizard World, this is apparently the street he was on. Like, I'm not a big Potter fan, but if you are, just watch out for that as well. So let's have a walk down the Shambles and show you what it's like. And this is the entrance to the street here. The signpost is up there. It says the Shambles. And this is the street. It is very famous throughout all of England. This is what the street looks like in the Shambles. These are the famous buildings you can see where there was an overhang, and these shops at the bottom of the buildings, I believe these shop fronts were used as Harry Potter's Wizard World or whatever it was called. I'm currently in the Shambles recording, but I just want to let you know it's absolutely freezing and my hands are so cold. Today I'm going to have to record some and put the camera away, warm my hands up, record some, warm my hands up. I might just try and video the little shops. I'm not sure if they'll let you or not, but I'll just give it a blast and try and show you what it's like the best I can. Magic books. Everything is geared towards Harry Potter fans, man. It must bring in so many tourists if you had Harry Potter in your city. You can buy a goblet. Do you want to buy a goblet? So now it is snowing, and you can see how famous this street is. It isn't a big street, but it definitely has a lot of old buildings on here. Remember, I said these are from the 14th century. I didn't expect it to be snowing in March, but it is. get a bit more of the Shambles and scurry off. This shop here is called the Shop That Must Not Be Named, and this one is a very famous Harry Potter shop. I only know that because I read it online, but it is a famous Harry Potter shop. So here at the Harry Potter shop you can park your brush. I guess that's something to do with the old magic. Alright, if you want any Harry Potter merchandise, I guess, and you're in York, this is the place to be. You can also buy a magic wand and it tells you who the magic wand is from. I guess they've got wands. Got wands on both sides. Still bloody snowing. So this has been the Shambles. This is a famous street in York, 14th century. My hands are freezing, the snow's coming down. I don't want the camera to get damaged. I don't want it to get damaged basically, so I'm going to put it away and use my phone. Traditional British food, pork pies. This is a pork pie, but it's pork and apple pie. Basically it's applesauce and it says it's got a hint of cinnamon. So I'm going to give this a try and see what it's like. I like it with the applesauce. £2.20 well spent. Right, I come and look for this ghost merchant shop, and this one is really famous in York, and unfortunately it's closed on Wednesdays, so you can just see the window, and you can see me in the window too. I'll give you a wave, that's me. So there you go, sign closed, still snowing, still doing me nothing. If you come here, if you want to see this shop, don't come on a Wednesday like, because it's closed. Decided and try a bit of fudge. I haven't had fudge for a long time, but I'm going to go here and try a bit of fudge. This is the fudge. I bought 2 types. So there we go. Butterscotch and sea salt, don't know which is which. Anyway, this is fudge. Fudge is like a traditional sweet snack in the UK. So I'm going to eat this now. That is fudge. Now I have just arrived at the National British Railway Museum. It's free entry. You can make a donation if you want. But actually I really like trains, so I thought I would come and have a look. Then after this I'm going to rush to somewhere called Clifford's Tower. So I'm going to have a look around here now and then go there. So let's see what it's like. Let's have a look. This train here, the sign says it's called the Evening Star. This one's from the 1960s. Says this was the last steam locomotive ever built for the British Railways. It's actually really cool in here if you like trains. Have a look how old this train is. Ancient. Must have been the Liverpool to Manchester train. Look at the carriage. It's like what you see in old films, isn't it? Like historical films. So far I've only seen a few of the trains and I'm really impressed with the National British Railway Museum, because trains and boats are 2 of my most favourite ways of travel. They're the best mode of transport going. So this is kind of enjoyable for me, seeing the old trains and that. It's pretty cool. Wow, look at the milk train. United Dairies milk tank. That must have transported milk back in the day before they used lorries. I like the little sign on the bottom, look. Oh, it says shunt with care. I couldn't see the S, I thought it said hunt with care. Thinking that's a bit of a weird sign. The sign says this train here is from 1869. You can't really see it for this board, like I'll have to go around the other side. It says it's an engineer train. The engineers wanted trains to get back and forth at their disposal, it said. Look at the front of this bad boy. That looks like something off a Snowpiercer, a little bit at the front. This train, they've got a little section where you can walk under it and see underneath, but there's loads of school classes here with their teachers and they're all under the train. There's a massive queue, so I'm just gonna skip it. This train here looks really old. Like some of these trains, like I like to watch films, like historical films and that. Some of these trains, the reminders of those films, like war movies and that, where they've got trains in. This train in front of us now here, the LNER, it's called a mallard on the sign there, it says so. This is from 1938. So this train is from 1938 and it holds the world record, the world speed record for a steam locomotive train. And that record is 126 miles per hour and it was recorded in 1938. That's according to the sign. They've got a little old bridge going over the top there too, look. Right, so that is the train museum, the National Train Museum in York. It's free entry. It's a bit of a walk from the centre of York, but actually it turns out it's worth it. It's better than I expected it was going to be. There's loads of old trains from like the 1900s and there's some from the 1800s and that. If you like trains, it's a good place to come. Right now, I'm in a place in York called Clifford's Tower. So this stone tower, what stands today, was made a stone tower from a timber one in the 13th century. And this is what I'm standing in now. This tower was a part of the castle. There's no castle that I can see here anymore. I don't think York has a castle. So this tower is what's left of it by the sound of it. And there's 3 floors you can go on and have a look in. You can go on the roof, which I'm also going to do. And the tower was also used as a prison or a gaol back in the day. So it was a tower and a prison, and it's from the 13th century. So let's show you what it looks like. So this is the first floor you come into. Whoa, a bird just flew past my head. Anyway, this is the first floor you come into, and it looks like they put like bridges across so you can see the next floor up under the roof. It is literally just standing inside of a tower. Let's see what's outside the window. Wind's blowing through there. It is literally just a stone tower, man. steps. Wow. Wow, the view is good. Okay, so I was thinking the tower isn't really worth it inside for a tenner, but then I got on the roof. I think it's worth it on the roof. Didn't get me wind muff out from my microphone. If there's loads of wind, sorry. I'm going to show you the view. And that is the city of York. York Minster is over there behind that church. That's a hotel down there. It is a very nice view from the top of here. I'm very surprised because from outside it didn't look like the view would be this good. And it's a 360-degree view. There's no obstruction on the roof of the tower. None at all. It's kind of weird you get this good view because you just stood on a big hill on a tower. A big tower on a big hill. Oh, so quite happy I come up here now. This is where you stand on the rooftop. So this is what you're standing on. Let's have a look what's in the middle bit. What's in there? Is that just a drop? That is just a drop. Ooh. I shouldn't be standing near the drops, me, like, after my history. Alright, nice that, like. This side has got the wind blowing in your face. Right, so I've just finished in the Clifford Tower. That is the Clifford Tower. Doesn't look much from outside. Doesn't even look like the view would be good, but I really enjoyed the view from the top. The view made the money worth, made the entrance ticket worth it, in my opinion. Other than that, you were just standing in an empty tower. The leftover tower of a castle. So that's it, Clifford Tower. Alright, thank you for watching. That's the end of the day at York. After eating me dinner, Google Map really shafted us. It got confused with the walls and that to get back to the station, so it done me head in a little bit. I've just managed to get back in time for the train, so I didn't get to do the walls, but Google Map was a nightmare. It tried to send us through a wall, which I'm not Casper the Ghost, I can't go through a wall, so I had to run all the way around it, and now I'm done in. Can't wait to get on the train. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.